Welcome back to the show. I want to introduce a terrific gentleman doing terrific things for the community. I want to introduce Fabian Henry. Fabian, thanks for being on the show today.
Hey, Jay, thanks for having me.
This is great. So obviously we've been checking out your website. We have so many interaction contacts. I want to thank Vince for introducing us. But again, so Fabian is the founder of Veterans for Healing, and I'm going to pass the baton to you because you're going to give us an overview, and then we're going to get right into it, Fabian.
Yeah, thanks again for having me on, Jay. It's a pleasure to share information and stories. One thing I've learned, at Veterans for Healing is that we all have pretty much a similar story. Trauma happens, trauma's trauma, and it's not about measuring it, it's measuring how you're dealing. And a lot of people are not dealing well with trauma. So what's been developed at Veterans for Healing is a 4-pillar process with a total health approach, including medical cannabis, therapy, family doctors, specialists, pain specialists, chiropractors, peer support, aftercare, family care, spousal support, spousal therapy, kids get therapy. All of this has to be under one wheelhouse in order to get effective treatment for an individual and their families to take a shot at mental health. It's a big issue across the world. We're here in little old Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, taking a crack at it with our professionals. And the results are actually mind-blowing. So that's a little bit of what we're trying to do.
That's so innovative. So you've incorporated, obviously, the love of the East Coast people, like the nicest people in the world, obviously.
Absolutely.
Right? Newfoundlanders and everybody out there, you
That's
guys
great.
are great people. And you've incorporated music, and now you've incorporated health. Because we were on your website, and you have a slew of doctors on there, and they all, like you said, they all specialize in different fields. So
Right.
how did you? So let's take it back. So let's talk a little bit about your veteran life, and then talk about the transition when you got out. Like you served for 12 years, right? 6
Yeah.
deployments. I saw that. Which congratulations! Thank you so much for your service. Amazing. Like, oh my goodness, don't know what to say. Like, just thank you. So take us through the transition, like when you're actually getting out of the service. I'm probably using the wrong words, but and then transitioning into civilian life, and how you created this great platform.
Yeah, it's very difficult. The transition process is very difficult, and it was no easier for myself. And the reason is because we sign up as young men and women, and we're willing to, basically lay down our life for our country. We wear the flag on our shoulder. We're very proud people, and definitely for the man and woman next to you when you're fighting. So that in itself has its own grip on you as they're training you and stripping you from your civilian life and building you up as a soldier. We're all soldiers, no matter what your trade is. So you buy in 100%, and then when it's time to move on, let's say, or be medically retired or be let go or whatever, there's a new term coming out that it's called a moral injury. We don't want to leave the military. We didn't want to not be able to work at a young age anymore. And we've sacrificed so much that we really just want to be treated properly and get better and get back at life. And that hasn't been happening to a degree of effectiveness. It's happening. There's options, but they're not effective options.
So let me jump in as a civilian, and ask you. So when let's say you served in Afghanistan, which I know you did, and then you say your 10 years coming to an end. Do they make you leave? Like,
Yeah.
can you stay?
No.
Oh, they make you leave.
I did not want to leave the Canadian Forces after 12 years, and they basically said, we've broken you so much that you're no longer usable to send overseas and deploy anymore, so we're going to let you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, and it's okay, man. It really is okay. It's if you think about a military, they have to be well serviced and well oiled, and if you're not a well oiled part anymore, then they have to put a new well oiled part on. I get that. That's okay.
But can't you go into another position that's non-combat within the military? But I guess they can't give everybody jobs, right? I mean,
Yeah,
in
and
reality,
they
they can't.
accommodate so far.
Yeah.
But PTSD and severe PTSD doesn't want to sit at a desk.
And is there any, I mean, I'm going to say it, but besides our platform, is there any other platform that is willing to take the baton to help?
To be honest, there's not a lot out there. So I really appreciate you, Jay, and trying to share this information because it is valuable and important for those who are struggling on, for example, the pharmaceutical cocktail to treat trauma. That's
That doesn't make
conducive to treatment. That's not helpful. And there's evidence to show that's not helpful in the form of we lost more men and women that made it home to home soil than the entire Afghan conflict. That should be very alarming, you know?
that does not make sense, Fabian. How you
Yeah.
put, like you said, you put your life down,
Yeah.
right? And you get all messed up
Yeah.
for, serving, seeing all that, horrific, things over there or wherever you are. And then they put you to the side instead of saying, we owe you, our life, like whatever we're going to do, we're going to make sure you're comfortable, whether you can work or not, but we're not kicking you to the curb. So yeah,
I agree.
we got to change that. We
We
got to
got to
change
change
that.
that. And that's what Veterans for Healing is about. We're trying to change and give an option B to treatment versus option A, which isn't working and which we witnessed over a decade.
Why don't we do
So
this? Why don't we take a quick break? Because when I come back, I want to talk to you about how you have incorporated the marijuana industry into your platform, along with the music industry, because I know the music is probably just as important as the marijuana on a different level, right? On a different
the
level.
music brings us together. The cannabis allows us to stay together, you know?
Oh, that's a killer saying. I love that saying. So on the show today, we have from Veterans Healing, we have the founder, Fabian Henry. He's telling us all about his wonderful platform, his service, how he's helping his fellow man and woman in service and, civilian life too. So stay tuned. You're watching the Today Show Toronto. I'm Jay Stoyan. We'll be right back.